Hi, it's Felicia Brown with Spalutions, and I am here to provide course number 2 in this series. This is Get New Clients. And as a coach and consultant, this is probably the number one thing I get questions on. How do I get new clients? What do I do to get new clients? I don't have any money, but I need new clients. So this class is designed to present you with several options that you can use to get new clients. And these are real life options that I'm sharing courtesy of some of my coaching clients. I think they're really good case studies and examples of simple, easy things you can do to promote yourself and get people on your table. And believe me, there are countless more. I could probably do a day-long video on how many different ways there are to get new clients. But for the sake of this being a short class, I just want to share a few of them with you. So I'm going to jump in by sharing my screen. Give me a moment because sometimes technology and I are not the best of friends, but I need to just click a couple of buttons here and we'll get you on the way. Let's see, here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see me there. I'll just make myself bigger for a moment while I'm getting this slideshow set up. And if you haven't already done so, you might notice that there are some options for getting more information from me in terms of doing one-on-one coaching. If you feel like you really need some one-on-one help, it's a great deal. It's the lowest price I ever offer. And you can take advantage of that right from this page that the class is on. So just keep that in mind, no pressure, but sometimes a class is just not enough. So I'm going to make myself small over here in the corner, and we're going to jump in with Get New Clients. So if for some reason this is the first time you've taken a video class from me or any class at all, I just like to let people know a little bit about who I am. I've been doing massage for almost 25 years, since 1994, and in that time I've had several spas. All of the techniques I share with my coaching clients and that I'm sharing with you in this class are things that I have done or very similar to things I've done. Granted, today are some case studies of coaching clients of mine, but I'm not teaching something I don't know and something that I don't do. If you like what you see in here and you want more of it, you might want to check out one of my books, Free and Easy Ways to Promote Your Massage, Spa, and Wellness Business. That's the dark blue cover, is very much about this very topic, how to get clear on what it is that you want and go out there and meet new clients, as well as how to get them to come back. And then if you're already established in your client base, but maybe you're wanting to work with just ideal clients, then the other book, Creating Lifetime Clients, is a great fit. All the information that you can imagine about how to really refine and get ideal clients is in that book. And my home study program might be something you want to check out too. This class is actually in part taken from that. But that's enough of that. So I always like to start out with a thought for the day. And in particular, I think this is the most important thing that you can learn out of this whole class, perhaps out of this whole series, but that is action is the foundational key to all success. This is something I talk about all the time. So many times clients will come to me and they'll say, you know, what's the best marketing technique I can use, or what's the best way for me to get new clients? And the truth of the matter is there are many ways that you can market yourself or get new clients, but none of them are going to do you any good unless you actually do them. So many times we get stuck in our heads and we want to think of how we can make something perfect or, you know, get all the details worked out so there are no glitches. And that's certainly important, but taking action on a slightly less than perfect promotion is a better idea than waiting for something to be totally perfect and never doing it. So action, that's your critical piece for today. The one thing that you absolutely have to do to get new clients is do something. Do it often, hopefully, but do something. So I hope that that'll stick with you. If you end the class right now, you've gotten the most important piece right up front. So beyond that, what steps do you need to take to get new clients? Well, if you've taken the first class, the first video course, then you have already been working on getting clear on your goals. And there's a worksheet right here on the website you can download to create a timeline about the goals that you have set for yourself. The second step is to know your audience, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. But really understanding who it is that you want as a client. Now, oftentimes people, when they are first building a business or a practice, they think, oh, well, I could just see anybody. It really doesn't matter. I just need warm bodies. Or I just want people who can afford my services. And that's certainly okay to look for, to get people in your door and on your table or in your office. But ultimately, you want to work with a certain type of clientele, someone that is suited to what you do. So you have to know a little bit about them. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Next, you want to outline plans and steps. So what are you going to do exactly? And your plan doesn't have to be hugely complicated, as you'll see in the first case study that we look at, but you do need to have some kind of a plan and know exactly what you're going to do to bring that plan into fruition. So I'll talk about some examples of that in the case studies. And then the last thing is to actually do it. You know, you can't just set your goals and know your audience and have a plan without taking action. And remember, that's the most critical piece from today's class. Beyond that, you also want to have some sort of specific call to action that you're asking your audience members to take. So you have to take action, but in whatever promotion or offer you're putting out there, you want to make sure they know what they're supposed to do, what you're calling them to do. So it could be something as simple as call me for a massage appointment or click here to learn more. Those are action steps. And that's something that you have to think about. Don't assume that people know what you want them to do. Be sure that you just come right out and tell them. So let's go back to setting goals and thinking about what your top goal is. If you've taken course one, hopefully you've already had a chance to think about this. It might be making a certain amount of money every month from all the new clients that you're seeing. It might be seeing a certain number of clients per week. And that might be why you want new clients. You're trying to reach a particular number of people in your business that you don't have right now. Maybe you're offering some type of new modality or service. You know, maybe you went and got certified in something like microdermabrasion or pregnancy massage or kinesiotaping or something of that nature. And you're wanting to bring people in for this new modality. But think about what it is, you know, what your top goal is there. And then if you haven't already done it, write it down. Write it down so that you have it clearly in front of you and you can go back to it later on and see it. Let's see. Sorry, technology here. It takes me a minute to work through this stuff. Okay, so who is your audience? Who are you wanting to see? What I suggest doing is creating a clear picture of the ideal person or audience that you want to work with. Who are the people that are going to help you reach your goals? For example, let's say that you did recently study a new modality or learn a new service and you really want to bring people in for that. Well, who's going to be interested in receiving that? So if let's use the example of kinesiotaping. Well, kinesiotaping or K-taping is done for people that have pain, that they've got some type of an injury, or maybe they're trying to improve their performance if they have an area that's kind of chronically bothering them. So you might be looking for athletes, you might be looking for people with a particular injury. Maybe you're not so good at taping the back, but you're really good at taping the knee. So you're looking for people who have knee injuries or shin splints or foot problems that has caused knee pain. Whatever the case, I mean, think about what it is that you really want. Perhaps you have a new product line that's geared towards anti-aging, specifically removing darkened spots on the skin. So you're going to be looking for a different population than the kinesiotaping, right? You'll be looking for people that have maybe spent a lot of time outdoors in the sun or of a particular age. So think about who your ideal person is for that service, and then you can start to determine where you're going to promote yourself. I suggest using personas, which are short narrative descriptive paragraphs really describing your target audience members. So for example, with my practice, when I sat down and did this very exercise for myself maybe 6 or 7 years ago when I was trying to build a new clientele, I thought about, you know, what are my favorite clients like? How could I describe them? So if I were to read you a sentence out of that, it would say something like, my clients are positive-minded, positive people who like getting massage therapy services on a regular basis. They are professionals, retired, or entrepreneurs, and they have flexible schedules where they can come in between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. They live within 5 miles of my office, and they're genuine people who appreciate me as much as I appreciate them. They're moderately physically active to athletic, and they like the good life, fine wines, travel, spas, etc. So I really took a picture, more or less, of what they looked like in my mind and wrote it all down. And that's actually in both of my books. If you want some help with that, then that's in either one of them. But take the time right now, you can pause this video if you want, to write down some qualities or characteristics of your ideal audience. Who is it that you really want to see, or that's going to be served by what you do? And who is it that's going to help you meet your goals? That's another thing. If you heard me say I wanted clients who sought out regular massage therapy, in other words, they want to come in at least once a month, if not once a week, that's going to help me reach my goal, because I like seeing a regular clientele, and I like seeing them on an ongoing basis so we can get results over time. And frankly, just to build a relationship. So take a moment right now to do that. Pause the video, and then when you're ready, we'll go on to the next slide. Well, we think we will. Okay. So assuming that you've done that, I want to give you some ideas about possible audiences that you might look for. So perhaps you're going after people that are prospective clients. They've never, ever been in with you before. And I'll tell you, these are the hardest sell or hardest sale out there, because they don't yet know you. So you're having to start from the ground up. Unless they've come in from a referral or a good review, they're basically a cold call. So getting people that have never seen you before, it can take a little more effort, and sometimes you have to offer them a bigger incentive than you might someone who has been in to see you before. That's why Groupons and companies like that have been so popular, because it takes a lot of the risk out of trying something new, because the deals are so big. It might be a huge risk for you, but for the client, it's not so much. But so your audience might be prospective clients. It could be past or present customers. So perhaps you're trying to get old clients reinvigorated and get them to come back in, or you're looking to bring in people that you already see for something new. So if you're a massage therapist and you've just added the kinesio taping, like what we were just talking about, then perhaps you're trying to sell these existing clients on something different. In other cases, you might be simply looking for promotional partners, someone that's going to help you get those new clients in there. So this could be someone like a yoga studio or a health food store or a dermatologist, or someone that potentially could benefit from you cross-promoting with each other and bringing new clients in for both of you. Or they could be referral sources, which any of those that I listed could potentially be that. Maybe a personal trainer, an orthopedic surgeon, whatever. I mean, it all depends on your business as to who the best promotional partners and referral sources are, but those can be a great source of new clients. And depending on what your industry is and what your specialty is, then you can pick out the best fits for you. And that's something that you might think about. If you're not sure, that's a reason to set up a coaching session. So determining a plan or a promotion. This can be a little bit tricky, and some of these things won't fit every situation. In some cases, it might not be you that they fit. And so it's important for you to think about, just as you look at your ideal clients, to think about the types of promotions that suit you. So in planning an event, if you have a one-room office that doesn't hold any people in it, an event might not be something that you want to do if you can't host people there. Although there's different ways to have events. You can have online events, or you could have a virtual event, or you could have an event that's taking place over the course of a month, let's say, instead of on a particular day, where everyone that comes into your office can participate, one at a time as they come in. But some type of an event, always a good time. I love the picture of the dog here. I used to have a Weimaraner, and I don't know, that picture just makes me laugh. But anyway, cause related, this is something where you're working with a charity or some sort of local group. And a lot of times these can be great because they're heartwarming. People feel good about helping someone else. And when they know that you're helping that charity, they want to help support you. My office, my wellness spa, for example, one thing that we do quite often is we sponsor races. And the races are usually helping a particular charity. So for example, next weekend, I'm running in a race that we're sponsoring that supports our local mental health association. And so By running in the race and sponsoring it, we get our name out to all these different supporters of the Mental Health Association, as well as their own clients. People that are maybe going through mental distress can definitely benefit from the services that we have at my spa. And in addition to me being there and us handing out promotional materials, perhaps at the event, we actually give gift certificates to the top finishers that are in this race. So a number of the people that are in the race will actually come in and see my business. So that's one thing that we do. We sponsor a lot of races, and we pretty much give a gift certificate to almost any charity that asks. It depends on what they are, but finding causes that you care about is probably the best place to start. And you can draw in a lot of new clients from those. You just have to be systematic about it and strategic. Having a sale or a discount offer, this is definitely an incentive for some people. That's, again, where the Groupon or deep discount type services do really well. They can bring you a huge volume of new clients, but you're giving a big discount to get them in. And not to say anything negative about them, they have their place. But if you're thinking about doing that, you really need to plan carefully. So just be cautioned. Something else you could do is have some sort of a contest or a drawing. I've got a good example of that in our case studies. Perhaps informational. Just this week, I went and spoke to a group of people about their wellness. I think it was simple strategies for relaxation and renewal, and was able to promote my company, my spa, at that. And there's lots of opportunities for that, for informational, whether it's speaking in front of a group or writing articles or doing YouTube videos, Facebook Live. There's tons of options for that. Even this, to a certain extent, is an informational promotion for my consulting business. So, and then PR self-promotion, that's kind of the, hey, listen to what I did. So if you did just take a certification class, for example, that might be something that you could get some PR about, whether you send it to your local newspaper. If it's really noteworthy, they might print it, or you just promote it on your social media. You have something on your website. You send out mailers to the different doctor's offices that would be interested in referring their clients to that service. There's lots of opportunities, but whatever the case, you want to pick the promotions that fit your business goals and audience. And so you have to think about this stuff a little bit. I will tell you though, if you take the time to plan, to look at the goals, the audience, and what you're actually going to do, and put the right steps in place, it can be hugely successful. And there's some examples of that in here too. So some possible promotion goals, we've kind of talked about this already, but promoting a particular service or product, increasing your referrals, adding income or revenue, or building a mailing list. All of those can tie into your goal of getting new clients, right? So you may have several different ones. When I go to events, usually I work specifically on building our mailing list. And sometimes we will have a book now type of call to action, where if people book an appointment right there on the spot, they'll get a special incentive. So think about what your promotion goals are before you just start doing promotions. It's very easy to get caught up in, wildly handing out business cards or sending out e-blasts. But if you have a little bit of method to your madness, then the results are going to be a lot better. Also, remember, think about that call to action. What offer or opportunity can you offer to help people make the purchase, schedule an appointment, or click on that link? There's certain things that you want people to do, but you have to give them some type of an incentive. So think about what call to action is going to help you reach your goal while getting them to take action. Here's an example for right here. So I mentioned that this was kind of a promotion for me. Why do I do the bundle course? Well, for one thing, it does usually increase my fall revenue for my consulting business. So it's really a great way to get some extra cash. And thank you very much for your purchase. I do appreciate it. But a second goal that I have for doing this bundle course is to book 5 to 10 people in coaching sessions. That's those of you watching the video that like it enough to say, wow, I really do want some more help with Felicia, or from Felicia. She seems to really understand what she's talking about. So my audience are massage, spa, and wellness professionals. That's you, those of you that are watching this. My plan, basically, to participate in the bundle and to give you quality information that makes you want to do more with me. And then the calls to action. Well, I sent the bundle offer to everybody in my mailing list and my social media followers. And then I have a follow-up, the special offer on coaching, which is something you can get at the end of this or just clicking through on the page on the website. So this is an example of how I've used the same system that I'm suggesting for you, for me. Not complicated. It just takes time to really write down the steps and make sure you understand what you're doing and why. So let's look at the case studies. Tanya is was one of my coaching clients, and she came into working with me with no clients. She was really fresh out of school, and she was feeling a little bit, I guess I would say, nervous or not confident because she was new. But she decided after going through coaching that she was ready to get serious about things, to be open for business, and to get some clients in there. So her number one goal was to increase the number of clients and income that she was having. She decided that her promotion was going to prove that she was open for business and that she was ready to attract new clients for her massage clientele. Her target audience really just simply was new clients. She didn't have it drilled down quite as much as what I have shared with you, but that's okay. It takes time to get clear on what it is that you want and who you're trying to attract. And her whole plan was just simply to hand out business cards when she was out and about. That's really not complicated. If you have business cards, you could do this today. Her call to action was just simply asking people to schedule a massage today. And I will say that one tool that is not listed on here is that she really was perceptive. So she was paying attention all around her to what people were saying or how they were acting, noticing if people were holding their neck or talking about being stressed out or whatever. And it really did make a difference in how things worked. So her tools and strategies, she didn't have really any money to speak of. But she did have business cards. So she engaged her business cards as a big tool. Also her positive attitude and just showing up with a smile on her face. She didn't really have any costs involved in this particular promotion. She's just doing this out and about. So I guess maybe whatever gas money it took her to get where she was going. But then she spent a little bit of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to network. And the results that I'm about to show you are from passing out one business card. Saying hello to some people in the grocery store brought Tanya almost $2,300. And this was years ago, so this might have increased significantly since that time. But over 60 days, she found herself with 7 new clients just by handing out one business card at the grocery store. She was at Kroger's and was overhearing a conversation between 2 sisters, as I recall, where they were talking about feeling stressed. And so she just went over and introduced herself and invited them to come and get a massage from her. What happened was the 2 sisters referred several family members. 5 of them became regulars, and she got some chair massage out of it too, going to one of their businesses. So over 60 days, she brought in $2,300, and she really increased her confidence about going out and meeting new people and passing out those cards. This is not complicated, and I know it's something that you can do to get new clients as well. Case study number 2, this is Sandy. And Sandy not only is one of my coaching clients, but she was a client of mine, or rather a student of mine when she was in massage therapy school. So her story is a little bit different. She didn't need a whole bunch of clients because she had a regular, like, full-time day job. So she was just looking to grow her clientele by 1 new client a month. And she also was in a place where she really wanted a gym membership, but she didn't want to add anything to her budget to pay for it. So her goal was to add 1 new client a month, to get a free gym membership, or to trade one, and to grow her contact list. Her target audience, she decided, because of the gym that she was targeting, was Curves members, because she wanted to get a membership to Curves. And her plan was pretty simple. What she did was she went into Curves and offered them a gift certificate once a month. Actually, that's not really what it was. She offered to do a drawing once a month to give a discounted massage to whoever the winner was. I thought this was really pretty slick on Sandy's part. She wasn't giving away a free massage. She was giving people the opportunity to win a massage that they could pay for. Isn't that brilliant? So her monthly drawing allowed them to get an hour massage for $35 instead of $65. And the only call to action people had to follow was just simply enter the drawing. Pretty simple, huh? So what she invested, well, she made follow-up phone calls to the winners every month. She made some signage for the gym on her home computer, and she sent emails out to all the people that participated. Besides that, her cost was, it took her a little bit of time to design the entry form and the blanks, to contact the winners. And she also posted the results in the gym. But, that wasn't very much. Maybe she spent an hour a month on this. And she gave that discount of $30. So really, it didn't cost her any money out of pocket. But what happened over the courses of a year is that she brought in almost $1,600 just from this one promotion. She got 13 new clients, and 3 of them became repeat clients. And she had 100% participation from the winners. That means that every single person that won came in and got on her table. So even though she had a limited amount of time and she only really wanted 1 new client a month, she was able to do that just by partnering with someone that had her ideal clients. Oh yeah, and she got that free gym membership too. So you can get what you want by helping others. It's a really simple promotion. This is that contest drawing part, as well as a cross promotion. Because Curves liked it because they had a little benefit they can give their clients without it costing them anything, right? Think you could do it? I think you can. Now, Rachel, case number 3 here is it's a little bit different than the other ones. And I will tell you that this one took a lot more planning and a lot more time than the first 2. But the results are pretty dramatically different as well. So Rachel, again, came to me where she was only seeing 1 client a week. And she really was ready for a change. Her goal was to be seeing 15 clients a week and to get referrals for more clients coming in, because she just couldn't make it on 1 client a week. I mean, could you? I certainly couldn't. So after giving it a lot of thought, Rachel decided that she was going to work with dental professionals. She thought this was a good group for a couple of different reasons. And she's a massage therapist. These have all been massage therapists. Not that I don't work with anyone else, but that's just who the larger part of my clientele has been. But Rachel wanted to work with dental professionals because, number one, she knew that their jobs were hard, that they have very tedious movements with their hands. They're bent over clients in a funny way, so they have a lot of aches and pains from just the nature of their work. And it's stressful because who wants to go to the dentist? I mean, ask 100 people, you might have 2 or 3 that say, oh, but I love my dentist. But most people do not enjoy going to the dentist for any reason. So she knew that this was a profession that needed it for, the repetitive nature of their job, as well as the stress management part of it. And if you look at dentists themselves, that profession has a huge rate of suicide compared to any other profession out there. I think it's the highest, especially in the, that type of, I guess, that level of profession. So whatever the case, that's who she decided to work with. And so she created a promotion just for dental professionals. Her plan was to give away free 30-minute massage gift certificates to dental offices, and each of these gift certificates had upgrade opportunities. Now, I think this is a great promotion for someone who's ready to do the work and ready to give away a little bit to get a lot. Her call to action was to set up a free employee benefit program. In other words, she went to these dental offices saying, hey, I have a benefit program that will not cost you a penny. All you have to do is hand out these gift certificates to your staff. Simple enough, right? So what she invested was, or what she used were the promotional gift certificates. She made personal visits to each of the dental offices that she worked with, and she provided 2 more certificates for each new client. And I should say, she also had a letter that she wrote up that explained the promotion in detail, so that when she walked in, she could hand it to whoever was at the front desk and say, hi, I'm Rachel. I have this employee benefits program I'd like to talk to you about that won't cost you any money. This letter explains it all. Will you participate? The actual cost, besides the time that she put in for that, was about $100 to have 500 gift certificates printed. And then, of course, the time for the free sessions. Now, I know what you're thinking. 500 gift certificates? Oh my gosh, is she crazy? Well, you decide. What happened over the course of 5 months with Rachel is that she got 100% participation in the offices she visited. Only 17% of those gift certificates were redeemed, which isn't too bad. So it's a far cry from the 500 that she gave away. but 90% of those upgraded to an hour for $30. So she didn't do hundreds of free massages. She only did a few, and she made money from everybody else. She grew from 1 appointment a week to 10 to 15 people a week, plus 5 weekly clients came out of that. And she increased her referrals from new clients, because she was, remember, everybody that came in, she was giving out 2 gift certificates for them to give away. But in that 5 months, she brought in $8,500 from this promotion. And she actually had to hire someone else to help her because she couldn't see all the clients herself. But isn't that incredible? I was so impressed with how this worked with her that I used a very similar promotion for myself when I wanted to bring in new clients to my office. And it's all in that book, Free and Easy Ways to Promote Your Massage, Spa, and Wellness Business. I haven't tracked it lately, but the last time I counted, which was about maybe 3 years ago, I had brought in close to $50,000 in revenue from doing a very similar promotion. And out of pocket, I only spent about $80. So it was quite worthwhile. But this takes planning, and it takes planning on what sort of call to action you have for people to take advantage of it the first time, how you're going to make money out of the people that come in, and then how you're going to get them to come back. So it's not just as simple as handing out a few gift certificates. You really have to be strategic about it. But if you think this is something that you're willing to invest the time in, it can be incredibly worthwhile. So one more case study for you before we wrap up here, and this is Dana. Dana, she actually didn't really want new clients. She was looking to reconnect with past clients. And in her past, she had had a number of chair massage contracts that had just sort of slipped by the wayside. So her plan was to just simply send postcards to her old chair massage clients. Put a call to action on there, just a simple discount of $15 or so off of a chair massage session. And the result of just reaching out to people that she hadn't seen in a while was 2 contracts that brought her revenue up by $700 a month. $700 a month. It's worth doing follow-up to get $700 a month, isn't it? So think about, if you're thinking about, oh, I need new clients, are there some people maybe that you might want to reconnect with that you could revitalize and bring back in? I'd be willing to bet that there are. And so maybe it's not all about getting new clients, it's also about getting old clients back in, and especially about getting those new clients to come back. And if that's something that you've had a problem with and you need some help on, you definitely want to take course number 3, the one after this. But it may be worth looking at one-on-one in a session, because sometimes we don't see the forest for the trees. I guess that's what I'll say. We don't realize what we're doing incorrectly to keep people from coming back. And so you need an outside view to figure that out. Whatever the case, whether you're looking for new clients or looking to reinvigorate old clients, think about it and plan before you act. So I've taken you along this road a little bit already. So set goals for what you want. Decide who will help you. That's like your referral partners and potential cross-promotion partners, as well as think about your audience. I don't know why it doesn't say that on there, but these things happen. So think about the audience that you want to reach. That's really important. And then create a promotion and a call to action that will help you reach your audience and your goals, whether that audience is the cross-promotion partners, the past clients, new clients, whoever it is. And then, of course, as I said in the very beginning, put the motion into self-promotion by taking action. You've got to do it. You can't just think about it. Planning is great, but do one thing, then do another, and then do another. Keep taking action, and before you know it, you'll reach your goal, or at least you'll get some feedback about what you need to change to be able to reach your goal. Sometimes that's what happens. But if you take the time to go through all of these steps, then I know that it's gonna work out for you. And the next class, of course, is on making every touch positive, and that's all about making a great impression on all these new clients that you're bringing in. No matter what the goal or audience, successful promotions take planning. And as I said, you can do it. Just go out there and do it. I want to invite you with my call to action to set up a one-on-one coaching session with me. You can get more information about that through spalutions.com/bundle, or you can just click on the page on the link below. I invite you to do this and take that next step towards reaching the clients you want to reach, reaching the goals you want to reach, and making every touch positive. So I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for taking part in this year's spa and massage business bundle. We really appreciate it, and I hope that this class, as well as the others that are in this series, are helpful to you. Thank you again for being here, and please let me know if I can be of help to you for anything else. Have a fantastic day.